we are, just coming into Kingfisher Bay. We're in our vehicles now and come around the jetty here and drive up into Kingfisher Bay. Let the tyres down 18 psi and across to Eurong. We'll see how the tracks are. They were terrible a couple of years ago, but hopefully they've had a bit of rain and the tracks will be a bit harder this time. So we'll see how we go. Looking forward to it. 7 days of camping and fishing on Fraser Island. Right, we're on Fraser, just left Kingfisher Bay and just following a few four-wheel drives. We're heading from the west coast of Fraser across to Eurong on the east coast, where I'm meeting up with my son Phil. So it's about 18 kilometres across. Low range, third gear. Nice and easy so far, nothing too strenuous, but I am pretty well loaded up, so anyway, the tracks aren't too bad. Alright guys, stay tuned and this is just the start of it. As you can see guys, the track's soft on the side, but the actual wheel tracks are quite firm at the moment, so I'm still in low range, and the reason for that is if you do hit some soft stuff when you're not expecting it, if you're in high range, there's a chance you can go down. So I like to stay in low range, second, third gear, and that way if you get into a bit of soft sand unexpectedly, you can give it a bootful and get yourself out of trouble before you get into trouble, if you know what I mean. So that's my reasoning. I say you could do this easily in high range, but I just like to be ready just in case, especially if another vehicle coming up the other way and you've got to get off the side into that soft stuff. You don't want to be in high range doing that. So anyway, all good so far. Well, as you can see here, we just got into the pretty well into the inland part of Fraser. As you can see, it's very heavily wooded. It's actually rainforest over here in the middle of Fraser. It's got it all, this place, but yeah, very heavily wooded, heaps of shade, and I think up around Central Station and that's actually rainforest. We'll get some footage of that, but absolutely beautiful inland. If you're driving on Fraser, just another tip too, if you're going downhill like I am now and there's oncoming vehicles, you should be the one to try and pull off if you can, because obviously you've got the momentum going downhill when you take off. So if you're going downhill and you see oncoming traffic, try and pull over and let the guys coming up the sandy hills keep their momentum, and so less chance of you getting bogged than them. Anyway, that's another Fraser Island tip, guys. Exactly what I was talking about. I was just after I turned the camera off, we got a bus coming up, so actually I'll get some video of him coming up. As I said, let him keep his momentum. Less chance of you getting bogged than him. Anyway, let him get past. Alright, drop her a gear, buddy. Right, I just had to get right back into some soft stuff for that bus then. He couldn't squeeze through, and I thought I was going to get bogged, but that's why I keep it in low range, because you just never know when you're going to get into some soft stuff, and then crawled it out. But yeah, another reason to keep it in low range is for moments like that. And said, let the bus keep the hard stuff because he's coming uphill. I just come across a Pajero came past me, and wet sand and that all up over the roof and that, and the German backpackers, and they got stuck in the beach. Apparently the waves were crashing in on them before they got recovered, and they managed to get the vehicle out just in time. So yeah, it doesn't always try and drive on the beach as the tide's going out, not as it's coming in, because if you get stuck in, you're in a world of hurt. But boy, they look like they were lucky to recover that vehicle. Yeah, we just come through Pine Valley, they call it, just to the turn off to Eurong, 8 kilometres to Eurong now on the east beach, and you can see how dense the rainforest gets. Used to do a lot of logging on Fraser Island in the old days, but they don't do it anymore. Some beautiful big trees over here. Alright guys, we've met up with my son and grandkids at Eurong, and we're travelling up the east beach of Fraser Island. There's Ellie now, and we're on our way to Cathedral to set up our campsite for the week. And I better... Hey Ellie. As I said, you get these soft bits, so you've got to be ready for them, and there's also washouts, so yeah, it's something you just got to be careful of. Keep your momentum up. Bit of water there. So yeah, it's still a bit of soft stuff on the beach, so you just got to be very careful. Like that there. There's 80k along the beach here on Fraser, but you don't want to get up that fast, because you hit a washout doing 80, you can roll your vehicle. Right, I've just slipped into the middle of a heap of Nissan Navaras, and still heading up the beach to our campsite. But just another trick, if you're on Fraser, as I said, watch out for the soft sand and the washouts. But if you've got oncoming traffic, always indicate what side you're going to go. Always go to the left if you can, but everyone over here uses your indicators, and that indicates to the other oncoming driver which side you intend to pass them on. So if you're ever on Fraser, just keep that one in mind, eh? Just sit down, please. Go to your left a bit. Go to your left a bit. Oh. Too easy. Righto, we're at Yidney Rocks, and we've come across a bit of an obstacle. The tide's not down far enough. People have been going around there, but too much water going up under your car. So we just brought the T-Rex over. Phil's going to bring the Buckaroo over now. Nice and easy, low range. Quite easy to get up. It's just a bit of a hit coming down. Nice and easy. He's going to have to wait for the tide to go out there. Waves coming out now, nice and slow. Nice and easy, mate. Left hand, right hand down. That's it, nice and easy. Easy does it. Nice and easy. I went a bit fast down there. Oh, beautiful. Nice work. Good work, mate. Not even a scrape. Right, here we are at Eli Creek. One of the top spots on Fraser. Little freshwater creek that pumps out into the ocean. Everything going all right so far with the forbies. Kids are gonna go in. That's all fresh water flowing out, and it's freezing cold. A couple of days we'll go right up and we'll blow the tube up and we'll float down. But we'll do that in a couple of days. But we'll get some more footage then. You having a good time? Yeah. That's good. Right, Phil's taking the lead now. The good thing about on Fraser is if someone's in front of you, you can actually see how deep the gutters and that are, so you know whether you can hit them in third or you've got to drop back to second or even first on some of them. So yeah, it's always good to get in behind someone and let them hit them hard and show you the way. Right, that's where we're staying, Cathedral Beach. Fraser's at Cathedral Beach. Nice campground up there, so we'll show you on the videos what it looks like once we get set up. Phil's onto a little whiting by the looks. Yep, here he comes. Little sand whiting. Looks a bit small, that one. Come on, Ellie. Wind him in. I think Ellie's got a fish here. Come on. Little dart. Winding. Good work, darling.
Come on, Ellie.
Ellie with a dart. How good's that? Well done.